Good morning, people. Today I'm installing the rear diffusers by Velossa on my 17 Fiesta ST. And under normal circumstances, I'd have probably just thrown this on there and just showed you later. But the more I worked on it, the more I realized, other than the fact that it's basically a peel and stick application, it can be a little daunting on the measurement and the alignment. And that's really what prompted me to do this video, and hopefully I could potentially help somebody. So what I did using this honeycomb, I found center using this grid, and I found 5.65 right dead in the center, and that's my center point. You want to work from your center out on each one, and as you can see, I did a painter's tape all the way across there so I can do all the measurements. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, forgive me for being over anal over this stuff, but that's kind of what I do. So and I'll show you what I've done, and obviously they're not stuck yet. I initially taped them just to hang them up there, and getting back and look at them, they were all just cattywamped either to the left or to the right and not running straight down the car. So what I did to alleviate that, I'm going to show you here in a second. So basically I found my center point, which is about 5.65, dividing this center right here in half. And what Velossa recommends is, once you find your center point, come 8.5 inches, 8.5 inches out and make a mark. Well, that's fine and dandy, but that just because you're straight up here doesn't mean that it's going to be straight in the back. So that brings me on to the next point. But anyway, so you've got 8.5 inches out from center, and then they recommend you, once you find your center, come 10 inches out. So it's marked 10 inches out from here. We got 10 inches. 10 inches out. So make your mark, and basically they're, like I said, they're taped up there and they're suspended. So what I did to ensure straightness is, you can see the tape there that I've ran alongside the actual diffuser fins, and I've ran an arrow so I know what side the tape goes on, just in case you jump underneath there, you kind of lose your peripheral of everything, and then you line it up crooked. So I've made it a foolproof to not make it crooked. So once this tape is removed, I can clean the area that I want to apply it and just line it up with the existing tape, and I know it's going to be straight. See what I did there with the arrows? Everything's straight. So once I remove this blue tape, I'll have a guide to make sure that everything is absolutely straight, because these will get crooked on you if you jump underneath this car and you try to install them. You're going to lose your sense of alignment. So obviously they're just hanging there now by this tape here, but when I move the tape off and remove them, I clean them like I said, and I'll be able to apply it, and I know it's going to be straight and everything's going to look straight from the rear. That makes sense? Everything's going to be straight. So a quick look from the rear. Here they are. All right, now I'm going to install them. All right, the installation is complete. This is what it looks like. To be completely honest, I'm not completely impressed. Reason being is, I think the product is good. When I sit back and look at it, it almost kind of gives me the effect of like some jagged looking teeth hanging down. And that's because those things are only going to be as straight as the contour that they're fitting, being double stick tape to the bottom. So I've got some ideas on running some very small L brackets on the sides, like the plastic L brackets, to help keep them all nice and straight up and down. I've grabbed them and tried to tweak them, and they want to go back and fit the contour to the bumper, the natural contour. So
I think with my ideas on what I want to do with them, it'll keep them nice and straight and take out the ability for them to wobble back and forth. So that's the install. That's what they look like. Probably going to stop tonight, go to the hardware store and see if I can find some L brackets, small plastic L brackets, and using those to stabilize the bottom of the diffusers. Alrighty, and this is final installation, I guess you can say, on the Velossa diffusers. And like I said, I really wasn't that happy with the fact that they weren't sitting straight up and down. So I came up with a quick solution. This is where they really, I think it really looks good. The side profile of them really kind of stands out. So as I said before, they kind of weren't sitting nice and straight up and down. And again, they're only held on with that double stick tape, like I said. So they're gonna only be as straight as the contour of the bumper. So what I did is I was looking for something like this, and as you can see, it's really pretty small. It's a little bracket, L bracket slash my interpretation of a gusset. And what I did is I backed it in double stick tape like this, and this is just one I've for just reference purposes, but I double stick taped it. And what I did is I basically bucked it up against underneath there like this on each of the 4 large diffusers in order to get them straight like I wanted. And it added some rigidity to the to where before you could literally grab them and move them back and forth, and that's how stiff they are now. So I didn't do anything to the center one because it's small and it didn't need it. But let me show you something. See how it moves? You can move it back and forth very easily. Look at this one. So that was my kind of solution to making them a little bit more rigid. I was kind of afraid that they were going to flop in the wind going down the highway, and that kind of weirded me out. So there you have it. The Velossa diffusers. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I appreciate it. If you got any questions, if you want to see anything else, let me know. Thank you.